Honestly, I gotta tell you, I ain't really tryna do nothing but for your love, for your love, for your love, for your love. I ain't really tryna do nothing but for your love, for your love.
Okay, you know who it is, Mozy. Mozy, A, Universal. Mozy, A, Fifth Dimension. Mozy, A, Undefeated. Mozy, come on now, you feel me? It's Mozy Dez, and today we got a quick lesson on ethnocentrism. What is it? We're gonna come back to the fifth dimension. Right now, I need y'all in the sixth. Okay, so let's views. We got views from the sixth. That's what Drake was talking about. Y'all thought he was talking about Canada, Toronto. He was talking about the sixth dimension. Ethnocentrism, or judging other cultures by the standards of your own. So we're gonna go down to the etymology of the word now. I got my notes here, you feel me, to kind of help me fill in the but really this is just brief highlights. I'm going off the top. So ethnos, this is Greek and it means race, culture, people, or nation. We got centric, centered. The word is dang near the same mashed up. So we got ethnocentric or ethnocentrism, which is just culture centered, which means you're centered in your own culture. And this is in a kind of a negative connotation, saying that, you know, you have, I guess, just negative views of others outside of the centering of your culture. So now, why is ethnocentrism so bad, Mozy? Why would you take the time to make a video? Let me tell you. So going off the 10th law of the universe, the law of polarity, you feel me? Come on now, law of polarity. This is what this is talking about. So you know that if there is we'll just say culture is in the middle. And if we look on the bad end of culture, we have what is called xenophobia. We're going to break this down. The definition of word xenophobia is fears or hatred of foreigners or different culture. Now, going down to the etymology of this word, xeno comes from Greek word xenos, means foreign or strange or even guest sometimes. And phobia, dreads, fears, or hates. And well, I guess that's the end of that. So now we have foreign or strange, dreads or hates, xenophobia, the hatred of foreign or strange cultures. So foreign people or strange cultures. Now this is the negative polarity side. Now looking at the positive polarity side, we have what is called cultural relativism. Hey, cultural relativism, you might not have heard of that. So that's why I'm sliding it to you, so check me out. Look, it's the understanding of a culture by its own perspective, through its own standards, you feel me? Now we're gonna break this down. This word, the etymology, goes down to a Latin root word meaning relativist, meaning reference or related to, ism meaning theory or practice. So we got cultural or culture relativism, and it's the understanding of cultures through its own principles or beliefs or standards. So let's take ethnocentrism and turn it into egocentric. I'm whipping it up, you feel me? So look, egocentric. What does it mean? Well, it means the inability to understand another's view or opinion that differs from your own. So now extreme versions of this would I would say are people who are narcissists. You know, they view themselves in such a centered, correct, just irrefutable standpoint that they cannot be directed in any direction, whether it be beneficial or not. They are just centered. They are too centric. We know what centric means, centered. Come on, now we learned that other. We on it. You on it. I ain't even need to say it. I'm sorry for wasting your time. So now we're gonna go to the etymology of the word. Now it comes from egoity. It's a Latin phrase meaning self, or one that feels, acts, and thinks. And then we got centric, also a Latin word meaning, I ain't even gonna say it that time, you feel me? So now, what is this egocentric? Now, It is living unnaturally. Now, how do you say this? Wow, Dez, just because I think of my own, just because I stand by my own opinion, sheesh, well, I gotta be unnatural. No, that is not the reason. Peep me, look. So we want to go back to the laws of the universe, which are still on the board because I don't want to erase them, but they're still on the board. Law of oneness. Did it say the law of one?
Nope.
Did it say the law of you? Did it say the law of centric?
Nope.
No, it said the law of oneness. Come on. And what does that mean? We all are connected. We all are one of the same creation. We all are manifestations of each other's. So it's just like say you got a house, right? And you got one sibling that's athletic, one sibling that's smart, one sibling that's just cool, just extra cool, extra into fashion, whatever. So we have the athletic sibling. Now they are all literally of the same family because they're siblings. So this is how you have to think about it. They're all literally the same family because they're siblings. And the athletic is the same manifestation as the smart, as the cool one. This is just this one ability taken and steered in that direction, but they all have the same attributes. You feel me? We all possess the same makeup. And you want to go down to this atomic level, or you want to stay on this level? You want to go to universal? What level you want to go to? Come on, now I'm on all levels like the elevator. I'm on all levels like the elevator, I promise you. So look, alright, so egocentric. We want to avoid this as much as possible. This is where a lot of the conflict comes in. Now, what you have to do, how do you get out of this? You get out of your ego. You stop living in your ego. You start living in your spirit. A great, I'm going to bring him up again. Young Pharaoh. I'm going to link his video down below. And it says ego versus spirit. I recommend y'all go watch it. And it gives you, well, besides the, if you can get past the vulgarity, his message is actually pretty succinct. It's actually pretty concise. It's pretty direct. So you get exactly, what he's trying to sell. So yes, get out of your ego. Start living the law of oneness. Start living in connection. Because if we all shared our ideas, like say I'm trying to build a bridge, right? And I've tried 1,000 times, someone else has tried 1,000 times, someone else has tried 1,000 times, right? But we cannot get it. I guarantee you, out of those 1,000 tries, I've learned at least, well, we're gonna knock that number down to 100. So out of those 100 tries, I've learned at least 1 or 2 things that they haven't. I've approached it at least 1 or 2 ways that they haven't. So what I do, what we need to do, because there is no I, that's ego. Let's get out of ego. Let's talk about we, because we are unity. We are joined. We are, just separate manifestations from the same source. So, feel me? Just live for everybody. So I know 2 people think or act alike. Even twins have subtle differences. This is because they experience, even on a minute level, they experience different influences from their environment, even though they are the same organism, literally, because it splits as a when they're A, and it just duplicates itself. So just be open-minded, be understanding, know that just because something is different doesn't make it wrong. Just take the time to embrace it. You can still counter, you can still it's just all in the area of progression. So just keep an open mind, open heart. Understand that person probably didn't come from where you from, or just know that your influences created you to be into the individual that you are today, and no other individual, that's why it's individual, no other person has experienced the same exact sequence of events that formed you into who you are. So you will, at the end of the day, have differing opinions, even if it is slightly. So yeah, we're all just different instruments in the symphony of life. So play your part. Even though it might sound different, a piano sounds different than a saxophone, but hey, when in harmony, you never know what they can do. You feel me? So harmonize, unify, and deify. You feel me? You can go ahead and get your bodies. You can return to the 5th dimension. I appreciate you for joining me in this 6. But now your mind and your spirit have now been enlightened. Use that information, and hey, You never know what you could achieve with just differing opinions.
I love you, Polly.
My chains on like a light show. Turn the lights off, hit the radio. Ain't nothing on but the radio. Like Felicio, call it keep and go.